Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're going to be talking about Quadbox for May 2020. Now, coming off of that FPV crate, which wasn't so good, I'm wondering if Quadbox has a good retaliation. Want to check it out with me? Stick around. Quadbox for 2020 in the house. So guys, yeah, my Quadbox finally arrived. It arrived actually quite a little whiles ago, but as you may or may not know, I do have all packages and mail and everything that I receive here to go through a quarantine process on a shelf where I basically bring it in, set it on the shelf, and it just sits there and I don't touch it at all for a period of time just because of everything that's going on with this virus and all that fun stuff. Do you need to take these kind of precautions? Probably not, but I choose to do them for myself, and that's what I do. So it's finally out of quarantine, and I'm super excited to see what's inside because coming off of that FPV crate that we had for May, it left me hanging. We didn't get what we were promised, and the value I felt just wasn't there. And if you missed that unboxing and review, you can check it up in the corner there. I recommend go checking it out because it's pretty insightful in my opinion. And that's why I'm very excited to see how Quadbox now retaliates for the month of May. So what we're going to do, I'm going to bring you all up in close and we're going to do the unboxing. And it's a genuine unboxing. I don't pre-unbox it and look at the stuff and play with it and then put it all back in the box and just tell you about it. When I see it for the first time is when you guys get to see it for the first time. So I try to make that as genuine as possible. Then afterwards, I'm going to do a cost analysis on what's inside this box and what it costs to buy the box so we can see really how much value is achieved by purchasing this box. And then we'll do a comparison because now for the month of May, both the FPV crate and the Quadbox will be in. We'll do a comparison between the two and see, you know, who's in the lead and who's providing the most value. But before we do any of that, slam that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit that bell icon. Makes finding my videos a whole heck of a lot easier, helps support the channel, and it keeps you in the know when I post videos such as this one. So if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit that like icon too. You know, hey, it helps me out. It lets me know I'm doing the right thing. If you don't like it, hit that dislike button. Whatever you're doing, just hit all that stuff down there. All right, why don't you come on in? Let's get this open. Bam! Let's do this. Quadbox, flip it over. We give that little seal a cut. Open that flap a little bit, we flip it back over, we get everything lined up, and then you say to yourself one last time, are you ready? Can you handle it? I'm ready. Let's do it. There's some cool stuff in here I'm seeing. So let's start off with here. We got the HQ props. They are 5 by 4.3s by 3s. If you would like to see the informationes, there you go. And we got 3 packs of them in this really awesome blue color. I'm really digging that color. This one kind of popped open a little bit, so let's just, since it's already open, let's just take a look at how cool that looks. I mean, it's not really coming through on the camera, but it is a very, like, jewel tone blue. Really liking that color. So, 3 sets of props. Next up, we have, what we have here? We have Ttr Transtech. We have the Ttr BL Heli S 25 amp, input voltage 3 to 5S, 20 by 20. Little ESC action for all your lovely goodness. And I'm betting it's going to be a 4-in-1 because it's got a 20 by 20 mountain hole pattern, even though it doesn't say 4-in-1. But there you go. That is pretty sweet. We have a shirt here. Oh, we got some other stuff under the shirt. Let me just pull that out first so we don't have any spoilers. Okay, so we have the sticker sheet that was actually underneath the shirt, which is a unique place to put it. Usually it's laying on top. Still a very cool sticker sheet. Very Rotor Riot centric, which is always a welcomed addition. I do like this sticker, by the way. That's kind of funny and cool in a not so funny and cool way. Pretty nice. And then we have the shirt, and is that it? That is it. Let's take a peek at what we got here. So this is a really nice shirt. It is pretty simple. It is pretty, you know, gets to the point. It gets the point across, and it's pretty much just saying, hey, I'm a quad flyer. That's what this is saying to me, at least. But it's a pretty cool shirt. I mean, I'm digging. First of all, it's black. And you know me, I love my black shirts, or any dark colored shirt for that matter. And then it's just a very simple design that, like, from a distance could almost look like, oh, what is that? Some sort of like spray paint graffiti almost, you know? Because look at it quick, you know, it's like, you know, it kind of looks like a tag or something in spray paint. And then you get closer, you're like, oh, I see, it's a quad with a GoPro and stuff. So it's a pretty cool shirt. I'm digging that a lot. So let's recap. We have the shirt. We have the 4-in-1 ESC. We got ourselves a sticker sheet. We got ourselves some props. And that's about it. So I'm gonna run some numbers and see what we come up with. All right, guys, I know you want that ooey gooey cost analysis, so I ain't gonna make you wait. Here it is. So let's take a look at this and look line by line. And I know a couple of you already went down to that bottom and saw that this was not so great of a box, and I'm gonna cut to the chase and say that too. But I'm gonna say where maybe things went off the rails, but we'll go through line by line and give you my thoughts. First up, we got these HQ props, and let me tell you, it's awesome getting some props, especially when you get the 3 sets. We've talked about this time and time again. It's always good to have some spare props on hand. Don't be cheap. If you break or chip or bend a prop, just change it out. Don't be cheap about it. It's only a couple of, you know, dollars for the pack. Just put a new ones on, because your quad will fly better. I personally have had it where a prop literally exploded while in flight, and then your whole thing falls to the ground, and then you're really annoyed. So you learn your lesson, just change out your props. So getting 3 packs of these in the box is always a welcomed addition. Next up, we have that ESC, and this is where I think the box started to maybe go off the rails. And what I mean by that is, the little card here, and I'll give you a close-up on it, it lists the boost item as the Transtech 25 amp 4-in-1 ESC, all fine and good, except they list it as a $34.99 value, which would be great and all, except if you go to the Rotor Riot store, the place that this comes from, they themselves sell it for $29.99. So I don't know where the $34.99 price tag came into play, because even if you go to Transtech's own website, the price on the Transtech website for this ESC is $29.99. So unless I'm missing something or not understanding something, somewhere I think someone miscommunicated a price, and when they were looking at how much of value something was, they didn't realize that it was what it was. Does that make any sense? So I think the curators of this box may have thought they were putting in a $35 item, when in reality they were putting in a $30 item. So that's $5 that we're kind of missing right off the bat, that they may have thought they were putting in and giving to us, but didn't receive. However, the ESC looks pretty sweet, and I will be incorporating it into some future builds that I have. One, I have really nothing else to do because of this dang virus, so, you know. Nature. Next up, we got that t-shirt, and the t-shirt I'm really digging. It's any black. You get black, dark grays, dark greens, dark colors, earth tones. I'm all about those kind of shirts. They don't really show that you got them dirty. If you're out in the field, you fall down, you're sitting in the grass, they don't look ugly. And, you know, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of like white shirts. And thankfully, you know, we haven't been getting those white shirts. We got like, maybe I think the Ladrib shirt was the only one that was a white, like actual white shirt. But we really haven't been getting light colors, which I'm really pleased about. And this will go into the rotation. And the graphics are just very clean, very simple, and, you know, kind of elegant. The quality seemed really good. It has that like silk screen feel to it, and I don't really have any complaints. So I'm really happy with that shirt. And then that's it. And why do I look confused? Well, because if you notice there, it says wildcard missing. Again, this is another part where I feel like the box may have gone off the rails, and maybe I didn't get something that I was supposed to get. So please, if you understand what I'm talking about, let me know down below because I'm very curious. Here's what my little cheat sheet again here says. Wildcard, drop the deck on your favorite frame with this fresh drop kit. $3.99 value. What it says. I didn't get anything. Now you might be saying, well, what about that sticker sheet? Well, the sticker sheet's listed on here as a $2 valued item, so it's not the sticker sheet. So the only other thing in the box was a little coupon code to buy a tattoo pack from the Rotor Riot store. And as you may or may not know, I don't count coupon codes towards values of the box because they require you to make an additional purchase. And if you know, not making that purchase, you don't get that value. So even though they may be worth something, if you don't use it, you're not getting it. So if you don't use that coupon, how can you say you're getting that value? So I never count coupon codes in there, and I don't think this is referring to a coupon code. So I don't know what I was supposed to get, but I'm supposed to have gotten a fresh drop kit, whatever that may be, that was not included in my box. So that's another $4 of value that they have listed on the little card that should have been included here. And also, as I mentioned in previous videos, I also don't give value to the sticker sheet. I kind of consider that to be more of a freebie in the box because I doubt there's many people out there that would go onto a website, see the sticker sheet and go, oh, I would like to purchase that, please. Here's my $2, because they have it listed as a $2 value. Now, it may be worth $2, and maybe there is someone who will buy a sticker sheet for $2, and I feel that that would be a good value to assess to a sticker sheet. However, I don't really think anyone would go and buy it. It's sort of just there as a little extra bonus, a little gimme in the box. So I never put that value into these cost analysis either for all the boxes ever since I've been, even day one, February 2018, I still did not assign a value to the sticker sheet. So if you figure out, I'm missing the $4 item that I don't know where my wildcard thing is supposed to be, so I don't have that $4 item. The ESC was listed as being $5 wrong from what they listed on their website as. So that'd be like $9 that I'm sort of missing. And then you look at the bottom here where we have the cost over the box is $9. So you take the $9 I got, the $9 I'm missing, that's about $18. And you throw the sticker sheet that was $2 in there, that would bring it up to $20, which if you may or may not know, $20 is where my baseline is to say that's the type of value that I've come to expect from a box. That's a mystery box because I'm sacrificing my own choice for value. So I feel like $20 is a good exchange so that even if I get something I'm not so thrilled with or happy with, as long as it's worth $20 over what I paid, I'm willing to make that sacrifice. And then, unfortunately, in this box, it is very much not the case. We are about half of what, we're actually over half of what I would consider being a baseline for a good box. And like I said, I think it's because there was some miscommunication about pricing, and I'm missing, I don't know, maybe I'm not missing it, maybe it's something I got, and I don't know that it's called a drop kit. But I accounted for the shirt, I accounted for the ESC, I accounted for the props, and I have the paper. And that was it. So I think I was actually missing an item out of my box. So please, please, if you got this box and you received an additional item from what I've unboxed, please let me know down below what it is you got, what it is, and if it really is worth $3.99, because I can't assess a value to it if I didn't receive it, and I don't know if anyone else received it. So I'd like to know if maybe I just missed out or did everybody miss out, and the little cheat sheet here that we received is maybe incorrect. I don't know. Long story short, I guess that's too late, but we'll move forward anyway. This box is really kind of subpar. I mean, the contents of it are great. I mean, I'm going to use the props, I'm going to use the ESC, and I'm going to use the t-shirt. But it's lacking in value, which is not the normal for quad box. So I'm actually very surprised of this box being so lacking in value. That's not characteristic of quad box. Now, with that being said, we can now compare how we're doing compared to FPV crates. So let's take a look at that now, right here. Now, if you look across here, I'll give you a little tour if you're new to the channel. Basically, I'm starting I've been a subscriber to all these mystery boxes and stuff since February of 2018. And if you want to check any of that like historic data that includes like drone drop and all those other boxes that are no longer around, you can go check out my January unboxing video that shows all that historic data. But to make it like more clean, I'm just focusing in now on the boxes that are existing, which are the FPV crate and the quad box. The first column is basically showing what happened in 2019 from the moment that FPV crate launched till the end of the year, so that everyone basically, there was no head start. Quad box was, you know, had boxes in January and February, March and whatever, but I want to make things fair and even. So we're starting at the launch of FPV crate, which was July, and we move forward. So those numbers are never going to change because that's what happened in 2019. And what's marked in green means that was the leader for that column. Then the second column over there is basically what's going on in 2020 between the two boxes. Now, one thing to keep in mind though, it may look like FPV crate is, you know, grandly in the lead. However, you have to remember that in February, Quadbox did not do a box. They did not charge for a box. They did not ship a box. They didn't do anything for a box due to the COVID. So therefore, they're actually one box behind. So even though it may look like they're very much ahead in value, it's not necessarily the case because they also didn't put out a box. So the third column there now is the total between what happened in 2019 and 2020 added together. Now, because I try to make everything fair, hence why I'm started it in July of 2019, so that quad box wouldn't have any extra boxes for the beginning of the year to skew the results. I also think it's not really fair to try to compare with quad box not having a box that was in for February. So to just sort of have a gauge on what's going on, I'm also now doing an average by taking the total of all the boxes from 2019, 2020, just taking that total and dividing it by how many boxes were issued to generate that amount of value. And as you can see, quad box, we've gotten 10, FPV crate, we've got 11. And when you do the division, you'll see that quad box still, even after having a box that of this poor value, still on average has been providing the more historic value on average, which is what I was been saying, is that quad box usually gives more value in general. Sometimes they have a good box, sometimes they have a bad box, sometimes they have an amazing box. That's the whole fun of a mystery box. Sometimes you're excited, sometimes you're annoyed, sometimes you're just kind of cool and chill. So that's sort of where we stand with this right now, is that basically both companies both put out kind of underwhelming boxes, and I'm not really sure why. The only thing I can kind of think is that just right now is a very turbulent time between COVID and politics and riots and law, and there's just so much going on that I feel that perhaps other things are maybe getting, you know, lost between the cracks, if you will. People doing this are people. They're not just some big giant entity. It's run, I'm sure, by a handful of people for both FPV crate and for quad box. And I'm sure they have families, they have issues. Who knows how their both boxes are getting impacted by what's going on in this world, or where they live, or the environment and all that fun stuff. So you have to look at it in the current world that we live in right now. So in that sense, I'm going to give both boxes a little bit of a pass for having a little bit underwhelming value, although I will still strike against FPV crate, being that they promised us a value number. They sent out an email saying that the box was going to contain over $100 in value, and it did not come close to that number. And that seems a little deceiving in my book. Quadbox, on the other hand, they never promised anything. And in all honesty, think of it this way. That $20 baseline, that's just my own personal opinion thing. This box is still $9 over the value of what you paid for it. So you basically, you got a shirt, props, and an ESC, and got a $9 off coupon kind of idea. And in my book, that's still pretty good, because it's all brand. There's no vanity. That's the other thing. Vanity. No. I don't like vanity. And that's what FPV crate's been all about, is all vanity stuff. In case you don't know, vanity is when you put your logo on someone else's thing and pass it off as your own, so you don't really know what you're getting. Yeah, that's what FPV Crate's been doing lately. Here we actually got brand name stuff from brand name things. You know, even the shirt is a Gildan shirt. So it's like, okay, everything's like on the up and up. So it's still $9 of value over the cost of the box, which is still pretty good. Just me personally, to meet the Tronage bench line, you need to try to get more around that $20. The only saving grace here is there's nothing in here that I would consider junk. It's a ESC that you're going to need, a t-shirt that I'm going to wear, and props I'm going to use. So thankfully, since there's no junk in the box, I'm not really pissed off nor feel ripped off because it's stuff I'm going to use. So it's still $9 worth of value. I just wish it was more around the $20 mark instead of the $9 mark. So anyway, went through this, gave you an unboxing, showed you what was going on inside. We did some cost analysis to see how much stuff is worth. I really hope this helps you out if you're maybe deciding to subscribe to one of these boxes. If you do subscribe to one of these, please go down in that description down below. There's affiliate links down there. Please use those. It does help support the channel. I know I haven't been promoting them lately, but I really should, because in these times, you know, every dollar counts, and I could really use a little bit of help. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help me. So I'd really appreciate if you go down and use those affiliate links if you're considering making any sort of a purchase. All right. So as always, my name's Tronage. Fly strong.